You know, I was this close to hanging up my badge after 25 years on the force in little old Brookside population barely scraping 10,000, where the biggest drama is usually a lost dog or a fender bender at the farmer's market sitting there in the station that crisp fall morning, sipping my lukewarm coffee, daydreaming about fishing trips and lazy afternoons with my grandkids. When the door flies open and in stumbles this tiny girl, couldn't have been more than 7, blonde curls all tangled like. She'd run through a windstorm, clutching her side like it was on fire, eyes wide and desperate, locking right onto mine as if she'd been searching for me her whole short life. "Sweetheart, are you okay?" I asked, dropping everything and kneeling down, me knees creaking in protest. Mind you, all the other officers just froze, but she whispers through gritted teeth, "It hurts so bad." And Mommy said, "Find the cop with the warm smile, the one from the playground last spring." And before I could even process that, she collapses right into my arms, this little bundle of fear and pain, and suddenly my retirement papers felt like ancient history. Because how do you walk away from a kid who's clearly carrying the weight of the world? We rush her to Brookside General, and Dr. Singh pulls me aside after the exam. Turns out Sophie's got this untreated hernia that's been tormenting her for months. Plus, she's underfed, ribs showing like a roadmap of neglect, but not the kind from malice. No, it's her mom, Anna, battling these foggy spells, as Sophie calls them. Undiagnosed bipolar, swinging wild without meds, scraping by in a rundown bungalow on Maple Lane. That forgotten stretch of town where yards are overgrown and porches sag like tired shoulders. And Anna's doing her damnedest, sticky notes everywhere reminding her to pack lunches on good days. Emergency snacks hidden low for the bad ones, but the system's blind spots left them dangling. Social services too swamped to follow up on school reports of Sophie showing up hungry or exhausted. Then there's Derek, Anna's so-called boyfriend, this slick operator with a flashy watch that screamed, "I'm up to no good," who'd wormed his way in pretending to help with bills during Anna's low points. Turns out he was siphoning her disability checks, pocketing her meds to sell on the side, all to fund his shady ties to the town council's big redevelopment push, aiming to bulldoze Maple Lane for upscale condos, pressuring vulnerable folks like Anna to sell cheap or face eviction. Whispers his motive, pure greed wrapped in fake concern, because nothing says power like turning a neighborhood's pain into profit. I couldn't just hand Sophie over to some overcrowded foster setup that would have shattered her, so I tore up my retirement plans, took temporary custody with my daughter Rachel pitching in, her own history with depression making her the perfect ally, and we pieced together the puzzle, raiding Anna's place, finding journals of her fights against the fogs, drawings from Sophie labeling her mom a hero for battling invisible storms. And when Derek shows up at the station, all smarmy smiles. "Officer Hayes, I'm family. Let me handle this mess. Santa's unstable, you know." I lean in, voice low and steady. "Sergeant Hayes, and I smell a rat." "Derek, those missing pills and drained accounts?" "We're on to you," his face twisting from charm to snarl. "You meddling old-timer. This town's changing whether you like it or not." But that just fueled me, digging deeper with the chief's quiet nod, uncovering his trail of exploited women across counties, his council bribes exposed in a late-night raid that had him cuffed, and sputtering threats as we hauled him away. Anna stabilized fast with proper Kareems covered by a county program. We fought tooth and nail for and that reunion in her hospital room, Sophie barreling into her arms. "Mommy, the fogs are lifting." Anna whispering through tears, "My brave girl, you saved us both." It was like watching sunlight break through after a hurricane, pure cinema in my mind, the kind that chokes you up. But here's the twist that still nags at me. Derek's downfall saved Maple Lane, sparking a community center where Anna now leads support groups, turning her scars into strength for others, Sophie thriving, even helping classmates spot trouble at home. And me? Still on the job, bridging cops and social services. But I wonder, how many more Annas are out there, slipping through cracks because the system's built on quick fixes, not real roots? Makes you question if true justice is ever fully served, or if it's just a band-aid on a broken bone. What do you think? Have you seen this in your town? Folks getting overlooked until it's almost too late? Drop a comment below, share your stories on community blind spots or comeback tales. Let's talk about what real change looks like. Hit that like if this hit home, and subscribe for more real-life twists that prove one act of kindness can rewrite everything.